Today's the day for a key scale. Use your graph paper. And let's start on the left, very light, and let's outline 4 squares. Very lightly. Super lightly. Very lightly. Can you see that, how light that is? Let's keep it extremely light. Just freehand. That's why we use the graph paper, because the lines are already there. Once you do this once, then you could try it on your masterpiece paper with a variety of materials. So we have 5 squares. I've used 4 units by 4 units. You could use 5 units by 5 units and make it a little larger, a little farther across. But so this is the first one. Let's put a number 1 underneath that one. That is finished. And then the fifth one out here, let's shade that in corner to corner, solid. Careful on the corners, careful on the edges. And let me flip this and get a harder surface. That feels better for this. And bear down. I remember my 3rd grade teacher. All right, people, bear down on those pencils. Bear down. Look how dark this ebony gets. And try to make it crisp to the edges. Try your best and press down hard, bear down hard. You can see it sort of mashes the paper in and it makes a shiny sheen on there. And there's no fibers of the paper showing through. So we now have proof that the surface of the paper can be as dark as the graphite itself and as dark as the outside of the pencil. It's not solid black, but it's as dark as we can get with this material. Get in those corners. So that is number 5. Now 2, 3, and 4 are going to be steps of gray. Now we all know there's 50 shades of gray. We're only going for 5 steps of gray, or 3 really. But you know what? There's not just 50 shades of gray. There's probably 100,000 shades of gray from white to black. The human eye can distinguish 100,000 steps. So while this is hard, it could be harder. So let's put in your best attempt at a little shading. We want a middle gray here, optical middle, which for you photography people, you might know it's technically 18% black, which makes a 50% visual gray. Right. Now for the middle ones, you want to work some in the middle, some on the left, some on the right, until we get 5 even steps like we can see in the picture in the module, or the picture in the prompt that you can refer to. I'm not going to draw them all. I'm going to let you guys figure that out. But I can tell you the numbers are, so there's white, then light gray, then middle gray, then dark gray, then black. White and black, those are no-brainers. We finished those. And 3, we want to have that adjustable, because it might go lighter, it might go darker. And you may use blending stumps to make that smoother and more even. You can use erasers if it goes too dark. You can give and take. It's a good portion of this is your mental judging of 5 even steps from black to white. And a little tip I can tell you is number 2 is much lighter than you think. Right? Much lighter. And 4 is usually not a problem. It's usually very dark. So if this is very light, then you have more wiggle room between 2 and 4 to make a difference between 3 and 4. We don't want these to merge and look the same, and we don't want 4 and 5 to merge and look the same, and we don't want a big jump between 1 and 2. So I can tell you that often happens on your first attempt. And if it does, don't worry, we just have to do, it's just a matter of doing the attempts.